It's a race against time. Will I make it? I sure did.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
It's too easy. Give me a challenge. First and first mostly, why on God's green earth is it 6,000 degrees Celsius outside? Second and second mostly, we need to talk about something that's even more important. You're killing your children. You're absolutely destroying your children's souls and crushing them into oblivion. There it is, the beautiful Corniche on the opposite side of me. When it gets a little bit cooler, I'm gonna go there definitely for sure. Over there is Chili's for y'all Americans. What up to the Americans? There you go, Starbucks, of course. We got Costa Coffee here. We got everything that you want out here. Well, I don't know if y'all heard, but IHOP was supposedly supposed to change their name to IHOB for International House of Burgers. But as you can see, they haven't done it here yet. But if y'all know how to read Arabic, that does already spell IHOB. And I hope you're having a great day, yes. And I hope that I never go back here again. But I think I was being really harsh. I think IHOP is actually pretty good. It's good for when you're craving pancakes, you know? I was seriously considering to go get food from there, but then I realized, I kind of feel like I want to eat sushi today. We're out here at one of my favorite sushi places here in Saudi. Sushi Yoshi.
Be careful, children. That's a lot of sodium.
Beautiful scenery to go along with my sushi. I think the greatest thing about sushi has to be the fact that it's so bland that whatever sauce you put with it really makes it stand out and makes it super bold. Like getting sushi without any sauce or mayonnaise on top, but getting a side of that sweet teriyaki sauce, oh man, perfection. What's going on, guys? Forgive me for the erratic intro. I ask for your sincere apologies. How are you, my children, and how are your children? There's just been a lot going through my life right now. I've recently been accused of killing Michael Jackson. It hasn't been easy. In my defense, I loved all of Michael Jackson, all of his music, and both of his ethnicities. Back to what I was saying. How dare you, parents, kill your innocent children slowly but surely? And I'll tell you why. I went to a restaurant a few days ago where I witnessed a family that was feeding their children, which they should do, but they had, for each of their children, they had two, so that's 1 plus 2 equals, carry the 9, 2 children that they had purchased for them, both of them, a iPad or whatever technology is called now, those tablets, those whatchamacallits, the screen, the big screens, purchased one for each of their children, alright? They both had their own set of wireless headphones at the restaurant, right? Both the children were eating food, mind you, mindlessly eating, bars. As they ate, they didn't say a single word. They have no conversation, and it was as if the parents had just given them these two items to just shut them up. I think they were about 5 to 7 years old. So they could easily be brought up in a household where they have been taught to be respectful, not to be loud or obnoxious. Yet the parents decided that they needed to keep these headphones onto these children as if they are some kind of, I guess, nuisance or a menace to society, or they need to be sedated. Sedated, that's the word. As if they needed to be sedated and they couldn't be controlled otherwise. These kids were so focused on the electronics, they're so focused on what they're looking at, that they neglect everything else. They are not aware of their surroundings. They didn't glance at their family once. And I was like, when you give children access to technology like this, you're giving them access to a drug. It doesn't affect just adults. It affects anyone who has access to these things. You can be 60 years old or you can be 5 years old. This guy's carrying a Saudi flag and he's wearing an American pair of trousers.
What is that? Oh shit! What is
I'm sorry. But either way, if we as adults are getting hooked up on to electronics and the internet, don't do that to your children. Give them a real childhood. Allow them to converse. Allow them to scream. Allow them to cry in public settings. Give them a little one of... No, I'm kidding. Don't hit them. But they should be able to express, interact, experience the world. If they're sitting there at a restaurant, and you can learn something from everywhere that you go, but if you're going to sit there and you're going to stare at a screen and mute yourself and your mind and your senses to a video and neglect your surroundings, not only are those children not building valuable time and memories with their parents, not only are they neglecting themselves and becoming deficient to experiences that they could have in an outdoor setting, you're destroying their childhood, you're destroying their health, you're destroying their happiness, their memories, all they're going to remember, and you don't even remember. Well, I do. Bananas in Pajamas, Dudley the Dragon, Barney, Clifford the Big Red Dog, Magic School Bus, Transformers Beast Wars, Caillou, Molly's Playhouse, where that girl with the long Pippi Longstocking legs moves her foot on the floor so she can create the time. Yeah, I remember those, but I realized that the other thing is that we didn't have access to them 24/7. We never had access 24/7 to these things. So, that being said, I will do a part 2 on this. I will go and show you the rest of this beautiful country that it is. Instead of going to IHOP, I'm going to go to Al Asra, which is also a very, very fantastic grocery store. See, the weather is absolutely crazy out here. It's 41 degrees, but the wind is like, feels like a tornado.
Oh my god.
Yes, please. So out here, this is what we ended up getting. When I say we, I'm talking about me and my belly. Cheese and egg. Some za'atar with vegetables. If you guys didn't know, za'atar is a Middle Eastern spice, or I guess a mixture, which is dried up thyme. Fantastic. You would think that we don't have anything, but I'm the first to tell you, if I'm not, that we probably have what North America has plus more. We got the Lebanese mix action. Shout out to Masari, one of my favorite chips of all time. Tasali. So much, too much. Like,
Oh my
after a while,
god.
just like nobody even buys it. Yes, I will admit that some of these foreign cereals or imported cereals are more expensive than usual, but I'm telling you, when you want your Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you'd pay the price. Nostalgia right here. The classic Pepsi bottles. I don't know if you guys knew about these, but the Coca-Cola Cherry, the 7-Up Cherry. This might be all cool for me, but I'm sure everyone's seen it, especially if you're from the States. No, that is not beer. It is not alcoholic beer, for those wondering. So that being said, This is my daily dose of wisdom. Let your children breathe. Let them live. Let them explore. Let them be kids. And it's not even so much about the fact that we have electronic advancements now that it's okay to give them these things. Let them socialize. Let them develop real human skills. We're not robots. We're not meant to be under the cover of electronics for that long and for that much exposure. Anyways, Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay tomorrow. Please, Saudi Arabia, score a goal. Just one goal. That's all I ask you to do. Score one goal.
Sprinkle dust in my cup, yeah. Now I'm rolling. Pulled out, I'm pulling up, yeah. Now I'm rolling. Baby.
It's a no from me.